Okay, mic check 1 2 1 2. Hey, a 1 2 1 2. Hey. Okay, hey y'all, it's All of Destiny. In this video, I should actually do that after I take that off, huh? This is the way that I sleep with my hair in this little braid bunny. Of course, I will have it linked for you all down below, as well as any other products that may be used, because I don't know. None of this is planned, but hello, here we are. I do it like this, and then it basically gets it up out of the way for me to shower. And then when I sleep, I do it like that. Little Velcro in the back. It has cushion right here, so it's not hurting me as I sleep. I should lay my edges, maybe, for the rest of the video, huh? Let me take this out since they're not on the phone anymore. I wasn't gonna lay my edges because I feel like it's a waste of the product, knowing that I'm about to take my hair down, but for the sake of it looking neat, bare minimum here. There we go. Now I can give you all intro vibes. Hey y'all, it's All of Destiny. In this video, I will be taking down my feed-in braids. I did do these myself. If you didn't see my maintenance week number 2, that's when I did the feed-in braids, as well as these nails that we have here, which I will be soaking off once I take the braids down, because I want to kind of use the nails to help me get through the hair. So we got a little bit of product build up from obviously me laying my edges every day and then trying to brush it back, and I wear makeup, so sometimes that gets into the hair. We need more lighting while I show this part. If I haven't put any oil on it in the past few days because I knew I was going to take it down soon. And see, the braids are just loose. Like, look at that. I'm looking at my scalp. Man, if I would have kept putting my oil or my ointment on there that my dermatologist has provided me with, everything would be everything. Some scissors. Some of y'all had asked me to do this and chat while I'm doing it together. If you want to pause the video and take a guess at how many braids you think I may have, that would be cool. But I'm going to save these little pieces and I'll have the total for you all at the end. Braided my hair on March the 4th. Today is April the 4th. I didn't like intentionally plan to keep them up for an entire month. They lasted that long. Towards the final few days, I guess, of me still keeping it up, that sort of just came from, we're still at home, everybody's staying at home, you can't really go anywhere right now. Look at the build up in there. It's like nobody's seeing me. Like, outside of me filming my content, sure, I need my hair to look neat if I'm doing things around the house filming for you guys, but as far as in real life, ain't nobody seeing me. But today I was like, you're taking them down like you have to, Destiny. That's that. I was debating if I wanted to comb through each section as I took it down, because that'll help me. I guess when you take your braids down, if your hair is clean, maybe you know, can sort of do like the braid out thing until you feel like styling your hair. See all of this build up in here? Cut it. Cutting it like this too, depending on the length of your hair, saves you time with taking these down. You don't have to start all the way from the bottom. But none of my hair is right there. So I was going to ask you all for a list of topics, but sometimes I flow better with chatting off the top of my head. Plus, I think it's harder to talk about things when you gotta ponder your thoughts about what you really want to say about a certain subject. So this will be a free-flowing conversation. If you're new to my channel and you're watching this for the first time and this looks like a lot to you, like a lot of build-up, let me just say that prior to me having a dermatologist, and I've had a dermatologist ever since December 2019 now, December the 2nd to be exact, 2019. I would always have flakes in my hair. Me knowing how to braid my hair, I learned through YouTube, obviously. I wouldn't have been able to keep these braids up a month. If you're not new to my channel, then you know that if I was to braid my hair, regardless, after about a week, even if my braids weren't loose, it would be time for me to take them down just off the strength of me having flakes in my hair. So I think we done came a long way. We've come a long way as far as flakes are concerned. I think the buildup is more so product. So I'm super excited about that. I'm gonna see if we can hide the buildup, and I'm gonna not comb through it just yet, guys, and see what we get. Some of it is falling off on me. Compared to before my dermatologist, I couldn't keep braids up a whole month. And sure, I could wash them. I've done videos where I wash them and try to get the buildup out. Oh, that feels so good. Oh my God, that feels good. Oh my God. See how my hair is right here? So I'm not cutting it. It's nowhere near down there. But yeah, I wanted to see how my braids will hold up now that I do have a dermatologist. I'll link those videos down below. If you haven't seen them, I have 2 on my channel so far. I basically take you all to my appointments with me, and I get scalp injections. Like, I get shots in my scalp.
I'm also going to put shots in the scalp. It's really going to help it.
Basically, of this product that rids my scalp of everything. The short version of that, I still recommend you checking that video out. I have something along the lines of the psoriasis family. So my next appointment, which would have been coming up on whatever Thursday's date is, I'll put it on the screen. But I did get a phone call from my dermatologist's office. Obviously, he's closed and everything right now, but they're just not taking any appointments right now, which I kind of figured that anyway. Like, I wasn't expecting to have my appointment coming up. While I was on the phone, they call, tell you that it's is canceled, and then they have you to schedule your new appointment. So mine is now moved to June the 2nd. I won't tell you all the time for my safety of people knowing in Memphis where I go. Actually, I do still have the shampoo. I haven't run out of the shampoo yet, and plus I got like refills. Like I just take my prescription and get that refilled, and then I also still have some more of the ointment left. I'm supposed to go every 3 months, but since that's moved from April to June, that's an entire month in between. So we're really just going to be relying on just my shampoo and my ointment to get me through. I'm just glad that he got me all the way together and that I can actually wear braids for this long amount of time. So I'm looking right here where I see the frizz of my own natural hair, and I know that my hair isn't this long braided up. I can cut right here, and I'm getting tangled up. Don't get dull on me, please. Please don't get dull on me. I don't want to unbraid the whole thing. Okay, gotta pull it. So that's the entire back section done. But if you don't have like buildup, that's why I was trying to wait combing it through, because I'm like, let's see what we working with. But again, we at home, so even if I take them down today and don't decide to style it until tomorrow, there is that option. I'm probably gonna go live on Instagram in a second, ask you all for some topics just to make this more interesting and beneficial to you guys versus just listening to me run my mouth. But then again, some of y'all were commenting on the community tab and saying, yeah, just like take it down and chat with us, because we like those kinds of videos. So I was like, okay, cool. Oh, let's try to get the thumb. I'll try to pose every so often to try to get one. You lose a certain amount of strands each day, so don't panic when you take your braids down and you start combing through it, which is what I should do, comb through each section as I go. That way I can individually detangle it, but I'm just gonna like go section by section and detangle it when I'm done. But look at the build up on that one. The fact that it's build up and not like crazy amount of flakes, because y'all would have pointed it out. Like I know my subscribers. But yeah, so since you lose a certain amount of strands daily when you're not combing through your hair, since it's in braids, so it can't come all the way out. Don't panic if someone else braided your hair, unless it's like, you know, big globs coming out. But as I pull mine, it's just a few strands in here. And be gentle, I'm just kind of lightly undoing this little part in the front. Moving right along. All right, this is super easy, super quick. Well, while we're on the subject of braids as well, I know sometimes y'all ask or y'all tell me that I should do my own box braids or anything along the lines of it being a whole bunch of braids. How my sister gets hers sometimes when she goes to get them professionally done, if she's getting micro braids or box braids. Personally, I'm satisfied with just only doing my feed-in braids. I don't think I would ever sit down and attempt to do multiple meaning anything over a good couple of feed-in braids to my own hair. I would want like my sections to be really nice and fine. It's just something that's just a little more tedious. And when I think about the idea of splitting my hair into even smaller sections to braid that up, not only that, I have to really be ready to commit to that. Micro braids, box braids, obviously if you're getting them professionally done, you have more of them, so time that it takes, the amount of money that you pay to get it professionally done, you're not going to take that down soon. My sister Dominique, when she gets hers done, her micro braids, sometimes she wears them for like 3 months. Box braids probably like 2 or 3 months. I don't know, I'll ask her and put it on the screen. I wouldn't want to commit to something that lasts that long, so that would also be a reason that I wouldn't do it. Y'all see the build up closer to the front, because that's where I've laid my edges at each day. Hold on, my hair was a little long right there. That looked too blunt at the end. Girl, did you cut that? When I get to my little gems, I just kind of like undo it. I don't save these, they're gold, but as you wear them they start fading to silver. I always just buy new ones when I redo my hair. Another thing that y'all had asked me about when I was cleaning out my closet, and I definitely always appreciate the recommendations. Y'all were recommended things like me getting clear little shoe boxes either from Amazon or Dollar Tree. And right now I'm kind of opposed to online shopping, as well as, I mean, obviously leaving the house. We really shouldn't be doing that unless you just really have to, or you're an essential worker or something like that. I'm trying to take this very seriously because it is serious, and so I don't want to really leave the house, especially just to go and get things like a shoe box or the clear boxes for my shoes. If y'all saw that video, then you know what I'm talking about. But my reason for not necessarily doing online shopping in this time, and you don't have to let my opinion affect your way of doing things, but I personally feel that if I'm blessed enough to be able to work from home, I think this is braiding hair that I might have missed. I'll have to go back and get it because it looks super straight. Oh, I feel like it's kind of inconsiderate for me to just be chilling at the house, just, oh, I'm gonna just place some online orders, because that still means that someone has to get out and bring that to me. you know, and leave it on my door. And so as a personal decision, I kind of opted out of doing online shopping right now. If it gets to the point where I absolutely have to have something and I can't go to Kroger or Walmart for tissue, especially because they only allowing 25 people in at a time, then, you know, I'll place an order. Back at it again. Hey. Okay, so I found the one that was hanging underneath. I completely forgot I got little braids in here. I'm like, whoa, like I thought that was my hair looking really blunt cut. So I just got off of Instagram Live. I probably was on there only for about 10 minutes, just in case I wasn't feeling the topics that I was giving you all. I had wanted to ask for just something that you all may want me to discuss. So special thank you to everyone that always tunes in, like when I'm randomly live on Instagram looking a hot mess. Pull out a few topics, I just type them really quickly in my notes right here. Things that you all were giving me to flow the rest of this video out with. Now that I think and hope that I have a few thumbnails. So the first thing y'all asked me to discuss was like my quarantine routine. Hopefully I can say that word and YouTube don't change they mind about flagging out content. Since I do work from home, it's kind of like a good thing and a bad thing when it comes to establishing your own routine, because you just feel like, oh, I can get up and do things whenever I feel like it. I don't know, it just sometimes causes you to sleep too late. When you continue to practice that sort of bad habit, you kind of become consistent with it. But in this time, I've definitely been trying to, you know, set time for when I do get up to do things, to be productive, things like working out. Before everything started happening the way it is, I would go to my gym maybe 3 times a week, and I do have a trainer. But home workouts, in order to not like gain too much what I'm calling quarantine weight, I've been doing home workouts. If you all follow Naomi Campbell, the first few days when she was doing it, I would just kind of check in and watch her live and not necessarily do it with her. She's working out with her trainer at the same time every morning, and you can turn on your notifications, or you can search workouts on YouTube. If you all saw one of my other vlogs, I did show you all some of the things that I'm doing in this time. So I've been working out with her just as a way to set the flow of my day, and then it's standard that, okay, after that I shower, get my breakfast, just being at home. If you all have been keeping up with my videos, I've also been showing you all how I'm going through things around the house. I went through my linen closet, pulled everything out, and went back through that. I went through the shoes. That was the previous video, depending on the order of my uploads. Some people were commenting like, are you really bored? But it's like the least that I could do, you know, is go through my things. That way when we can go back outside again, I've tended to everything that I need to tend to. And this time I've definitely been drinking more tea, planning out my day and find activities to do at home, giving myself pedicures, soaking off my nails, going on Instagram Live, chatting with you guys, studying, reading the Bible, all of those kinds of things. Also, I did forget to mention, since being at home, I have recently uploaded my current nighttime routine if you all want to see what I do, you know, during the night. And also I do have a day in the life vlog linked down below. The people that can't really sit still in this time, I feel like those are the ones that, if they're always on the go, are affected by, I wouldn't say are affected by what's going on, because everybody, like as a whole, when we don't pay attention to what the government is telling us to do and sit still, it trickles down. It's like a domino effect. So one person not following the rules does eventually, scientifically, as far as the curve that they're talking about, does affect everyone. For me, I'm a homebody anyway. So it's nothing for me to stay home and go through my things, organize and clean up stuff and throw out stuff, or just chill and just have me time. Because I'm introverted anyways. I guess halfway like all about me, selfish anyways. It's easy for me to be at home because I do this. I hate when it sounds like I might be bragging, but I'm not. I'm used to this. So don't get me wrong. I like, you know, to pull up to Red Lobster and go eat, go to Juicy Crab, go to Ross and buy new candles, those kinds of things. But when it comes to just being home, I can be home. So I think you have to find that thing for you that's enjoyable for you to do at home. Even a puzzle. Play a board game. I saw people, Arnell and her subscribers, she was like going on live playing Uno with them. You have to find your niche in all of this. Make the best of your time and establish a routine. It takes about 21 days to form a habit. So if I've been just kind of casually, naturally waking up around maybe 9, sometimes 8:30, the more that I'm practicing this, I'm really going to be good at it, and I'll have that established. Was faith over fear. It's off the top of my head, one the Bible talks about, I don't know what everyone believes in, but I believe in God, and so the Bible talks, a lot about that. I don't know, I can't quote the actual scripture, but I know it says God didn't give us the spirit of fear, but of power and of a sound mind. Power, love, and a sound mind. And so for me, in this time, I'm not going to be fearful of that which I cannot control. You know, if there is nothing, I won't say if there's nothing that I can do, because the can do for us is staying at home, just doing our part. Or if you're an essential worker, doing your part in that way, which of course we do appreciate all of you. I can't be fearful over that I cannot control. And when you live your life to where you know that, first off, if you ain't controlling none of this and that God is the center of your life, when you know that you're in his hands, it helps you to at least sleep a little bit better at night, at least for me. And it's a normal thing, I know, to feel fearful about everything. Just having faith and knowing that God know what he doing, you know, when you kind of look at it that way. And I know a lot of people, speaking of God, were still like feeling a way about them requesting that, hey, church needs to be canceled, because that's where a lot of people gather together. And then some people were talking about like separation of church and state, and then how they gonna tell us what to do, blah blah blah. I hate like political topics. I don't know why y'all gave me political topics, or maybe I'm taking it there, who knows. I don't know, I like to stay away from things that could really just stir up too many arguments and opinions and, oh, I think this, I think that. Again, depending on what you believe, but the Bible says first natural and then spiritual. The idea of, I don't want church to be canceled because I really need to be going to church, blah blah blah, but from home, and you serve God in your mind anyway. So to me, in this time, oh, I might be sick or whatever the case may be, but we going to church and blah blah. Like, no, natural and then spiritual. So stay at home. How do you keep people from bringing you down? Someone asked me to discuss. Stop talking to the people that bring you down. Don't allow them to. Everything is about knowing who you are first. A person can't too much trigger me in the sense of like telling me how they feel about me, because most people don't even know how they feel about themselves to tell me how they feel about me, you know. So when you have that in mind, they can give you an opinion, but it's not going to get to you because you know who you are. But I have to do a separate video on that, about how you hear and you don't hear, and people can say what they would like. It doesn't affect how you feel about you and how God, why is it focusing over there? I'm right here, and how God feels about you. Keep that in mind. Talk about what staying positive in this time is. You really just have to train your mind to see the good in everything. Like with everything going on, I know it's like how you seeing good in everything, destiny. But again, all of that just goes back to, I'm not in control of my own life, you know. I mean, more or less, y'all get what I mean. The breath in my body, I didn't give that to myself. God in control, God got this. And it's crazy sometimes as things may seem with everything that's going around. In the end, everything always works out. That's how I think. I'm just like I don't know, probably too optimistic, but I just feel like even if things get bad, like at some point, it's just like it's gotta get better. It's at some point. He know what he doing, sis. He know. So your happiness just really depends on the quality of your thoughts. I feel like it's all about how you think and what you're thinking about. Don't just sit around like in a panicking state, like, oh my goodness, what's going on, type of thing. Like, this too shall pass. Just doing your part and knowing that you're not in control of everything. It don't mean that immediately everything is gonna turn out okay, but regardless of how this does turn out, I will be okay. And all of that again just goes back to, you know, having faith, because faith is what the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. So he ain't gotta prove it to you right now, like I'm putting you through this, but just know like it's gonna be alright. You just gotta know. Like, you just have to know. You just gotta be sure and be okay with that, you know? It's like that little picture. I saw a little meme once, and it was like a little girl, and I think she had a teddy bear or whatever, or a doll, and she was like, no, but I love this doll. And God had a bigger and better teddy bear behind his back trying to get to the little girl, but it's just like, give me that one first, and then I'll give it to you in exchange for that. Just trusting and knowing he got us covered, y'all. Like, we're gonna be all right. But that don't mean tempt him. It don't mean like, okay, Destiny said God got us covered, so I'ma just go around this person that I know that's got the virus. Like, don't tempt God. I feel like that's foolish faith. He can protect us from things that we don't know, but don't tempt him and think he owe you something, because he doesn't. So yeah, last thing for me to do would be to detangle my hair. We always need the thumbnail, right? I think I had 6 in the front, 6 in the back, but not counting the small braids. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and then that other one was right here, connected into like those 3 that I had in the center. So 6 was in the back, 6 was in the front, probably 4 little ones is what we had. I hope you all enjoyed just listening to me chat and ramble while I take down my braids. I try to do my best when I'm going off the top of my head to give you all like my best opinions on stuff. Sometimes it's hard to like do an activity and talk at the same time. If you saw it on my community tab, some of y'all were commenting and saying, no, give us all the content. So I couldn't imagine squeezing mixing this in with anything else, but the video of me shampooing my hair and doing a brand new style will be separate, sort of like a maintenance week, but as a topic by topic little series. Questions or comments, be sure to leave all of that down below. If you like chats like this and sort of like positivity and stuff, I'll link a few videos in my description box down below that I think may help you all. Some of the topics I've already discussed in another video, so I didn't want to like do the same ones again, so I'll link that video. I think it was like Ratchet Destiny's Chit Chat Get Ready With Me, so she discussed some good stuff in there to help you all on bossing up in life, a whole lot, even school. Somebody said college on the live, so that's in that one. I'm gonna leave my hair like this probably for the rest of today, then I may detangle it and just start fresh tomorrow. Now I can soak off my nails. Just stay tuned, make sure you guys are subscribed. Hopefully there wasn't too much quarantine talk for you guys, but continue to stay prayerful, be safe, be careful, make smart decisions, and I'll talk to y'all in my next upload. Bye.